So the other way we could do this is by adding the windows to the object, okay? And I do the subdivisions in the windows. So I'm going to create my window. It's just going to be a box here. That already means that I have a lot less subdivisions in my building than with the other model, okay? Keep that in mind. So that's going to be my window. I'm going to make this a bit thicker. Okay. And I'm just going to add now edges, insert edge loops. So I could start with like the other one, put in subdivisions and then moving them, but it doesn't matter anyway. I'm just gonna add the insert edge loops. So it's here, insert edge loop. It really depends on whether you have the edge already selected, okay? So I'm just gonna add those, edge loop, edge loop. Okay, now my window is quite rectangular, quite sharp, but this is just my frame. I need to create the whole of my window, okay? So I'm going to take the face. I'm actually going to create more subdivisions. I'm going to do it by creating more subdivisions. So insert edge loop, and I'm going to do another one here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, and now I'm going to select the face, and by pressing shift you make this into extrude, okay? It also works with scale. So I'm on move and I press shift and I'm just going to extrude it in. Okay, and let's see how it goes. It's quite rounded. Why is it rounded? Why is my window rounded? Because I don't have subdivisions in this side to stop this from going round, so I have to add another edge loop. There is another way that you can do it without doing so many subdivisions, but then it creates a bit of a mess. Okay, so I'm avoiding that one. I mean a mess in the topology, okay? So Q to get out, or just press select, and now if I press 3, I have a perfect window, okay? Super sharp. Now let's take the isolation out. Let's move my window back as much as I can, there, okay? And I'm just gonna put it up. Maybe I'm even going to move these faces a bit forward, so I'm just gonna grow my selection and move this a bit more forward so that I can move my window a bit back. And by the way, there is already a problem with this window. Let's try to deform it. I have my handle here. If I try to deform it, you already see that this is not deforming well because I just have that little subdivisions, okay? So I need to add also the subdivisions in the whole body for this to work. Therefore, I'm just gonna add more edge loops, insert edge loop, and I'm gonna add one in the middle, another one in the middle, one in the middle here, another one in the middle, okay? This should be all right, but just in case, I'm just gonna add 2 more, and that's it, I'm ready. My window has obviously a lot more subdivisions than my block, okay? But maybe I don't need more than that, okay? So that's my window, that's my, my building. I'm gonna add a material already to it. Okay, and I'm going to add a material also to my window. Okay, and let's say those are the materials I'm going to use. Now I'm going to copy my window. Why did I add the material now? Well, because then I can copy the window already with the material, okay? So now I'm going to create my window rows. and select all of them. It would be smart if I call this building and this window. It would also be smart to call the materials properly, but I'm trying to do this fast so that the tutorial doesn't get so long. Okay, and maybe you need one more for the door. So I'm just going to extrude down. Okay. Obviously, this cannot be a door because a door wouldn't have this step. But just for the sake of this, okay? So now I have my whole object. Now if I select all the objects and I apply a twist, let's observe how is it working. Let's just make sure that everything has a subdivision. And it's working quite nice. Here there's a little bit of an intersection, okay? So what I could do is move these objects a bit out. Okay, I should do that before I apply the twist. So maybe I can take all my windows and move them a bit out. Obviously, the more the deformation, the more this is going to happen. They're still, no, it's not touching. I just forgot one face. Yes, I did forgot one face. I didn't apply to one face. Okay. Okay, I just forgot one face. And then it works quite well, okay? So let's say I don't want to do the deformation with the twist. I want to do something that looks more like what our colleague had on her idea, okay? Something more like this. So I would actually do it with lattice. And I'm going to do that in another tutorial just so that I make this one short.